Hello there. In this episode, we will talk about underrated series or hidden gems. In the beginning, we will explain what the term underrated means, and then we will explain with examples why things are underrated and why good things are underrated. And I would say everything that we use as an example is worth a watch, so we will get a lot of recommendations in this episode.
hmm
So, what does it mean to be underrated?
Um, it does mean that something isn't valued or rated high enough. For example, a good show gets too less credits.
Yes. I would say you are either not rated high enough in terms of, let's say, a number rating, or rated high enough in terms of popularity, how much people talk about you.
Hmm.
But to be underrated, you need to be good. Because if you
Yes,
are bad, and people give you a bad rating and then talk about you, you are well rated.
true that.
Quite simple. Then, how would you, how do, how does series get underrated? What can be the reasons for that? Do you have an example or an idea?
Um, as for an idea, definitely social media. Because if there's a lot of clips about one specific anime scene, then there's a lot of talks about it and a lot of people get into it. But if it's not on social media presented that much, then obviously there aren't that many viewers.
Yes. Connected with the term social media, I would like to talk about the term bubble. Because things can be highly rated or highly popular in certain bubbles on social media, but in other bubbles are not popular. For example, we have Battle Shonen, very popular on social media, and we have Shoujo, not popular on social media. But maybe on, let's say, Discord, there's potentially a huge Shoujo bubble which we don't know exists, or on Reddit, or stuff like that. While on YouTube we have a Shonen Bros.
Hmm.
Same goes, for example, Shonen, Seinen. Anime and manga can also be a bubble,
Yes.
because I'm hugely invested in the manga bubble, while you are invested in the anime bubble.
Yeah.
So, and because of that, I don't know as much about what is popular in anime, and you don't know as much what is popular in manga.
Yes. That's true.
Go on to the next point, or do you have anything else?
Um. Yes. We had the social media. Um.
Which which series should be more popular on social media? We need examples.
Uh. Um. A good show definitely should be better on social media. Um. I don't have a specific example right now. Um. Yes, but a good show with good animations which entertains you should get more attention.
Demon Slayer, he says. I see. Good animations, entertaining. That's why it's popular. I see, I see.
hmm
Yes, but animations is a good point because on social media attention span is very lackluster. So you need something quick to judge people and get their interest immediately.
Mm.
Which would connect to my kinda next point is, let's say, more complex story driven stuff or stuff that you need to explain more. That won't be popular on social media because you need action in the video and in the show. Because
hmm
nobody would watch a 1 hour review why said show is good and you should watch it. I mean, there are people who do that, but not with TikTok Zoomers.
Yes, sure. Yeah,
And
but
the same goes for series where it's hard to explain why they are good. I can give an example if you want.
mm,
I've talked in the podcast a bit about The Fable. Great series. Just read the last volume this month. Good endings. Good series all around. The premise is we have an super pro assassin like John Wick who goes into not hiding. He needs to take a break from his profession to live a normal life. But he's not good at it because has minus social skills. And because of that the show is very tense, very comedic, and there's some nice action, but the pacing is kinda slow as well. And it has a very unique vibe. Would you watch that show based on that description? Because that
mm,
description is all over the place.
I mean, it does sound kind of like Sakamoto days.
It's not a
Hmm.
battle shown, it's a serious seinen.
I don't know. Uh,
Some series are hard to describe why you like them, especially humoristic ones.
yeah, humor is subjective, so yeah, maybe I don't have the same humor as the enjoyers, so I don't know.
Plus, you can rate humor if you see it. It's hard to tell someone why something is funny.
Yes.
Do you have any other examples for recommendations of series that are good but are hard to describe why they are good? Be it because of humor, be it because of complicated plot, or
Uh,
unique setting.
I would say the world's finest assassin got reincarnated as an aristocrat or something. Is the title right?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, it's good, but I don't know why it's good. I can't describe it.
It fits with the fable, where assassin wipe here is still wrong.
Yes. Yeah, and then I
But
also can't describe why it's good.
sometimes you just like things because of gut feeling.
Mm,
There's not much to it, or you can't describe it, which is hard.
yes.
Connected with your do you have anything else, or because I can make a great connection with your example show
No, then let me hear
for next
your
time.
connection.
When your show is in a very competitive field, then it's also hard to recommend your show. Because the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated as an aristocrat is a isekai,
Mm,
with the classic isekai title. So when
yes.
you start talking about, ooh, this series is good, then the other person maybe thinks, it's an isekai, look at the title. There are hundreds of them, they are all the same.
Yeah.
And there obviously exist 1,000 isekais. So in a very competitive field where there's a bad rep, then how can you get popular? Quite rough.
Mm.
Isekai is a good example. What was the last new popular isekai?
Uh,
Aliens in Shadow in the last years, that's it, I would
yeah.
say.
Yes. Ah, Mushok. Mushok.
Mushoka's old
Yes.
now. I mean, it's 5 years? Something like that.
Yes, but I mean the latest season which came out.
Yes, but that is not new stuff. That doesn't count.
Hmm.
Because if you have an existing franchise or if you are a continuation, then you have already some popularity.
Yeah, that's true.
You see, where are the new isekais that are actually good? Hard to find.
Hmm.
There are some, but I don't know where to find them. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. That's hard.
Yes.
Do you know any other genres or types of series for which the same thing is true?
Obviously, shonen,
Yes.
the battle shonen. Romance is overflooded nowadays with trashy waifu baits.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't say sports. Sports is not that. Well, I'm not in the sports bubble. I don't know. Maybe there are like two sports anime, but I don't think so. Two sports anime every season, I mean.
Sport anime are, I would say, connected with their sport. So if the sport is underrated, then probably the series is underrated as well.
Yes.
I mean, the most popular sport anime and manga are Slam Dunk and Blue Lock.
Mm,
Basketball and anime, quite popular.
yes. Ooh, which one is also oversaturated?
Boys love. If you look at what manga comes out every month, the most stacked genre is boys love. Basically every month. It's true. But
God.
we are not in that bubble, so we don't know. And for us, the genre is kind of underrated, I guess, because we
Yes.
don't know that it exists, basically.
Yes. But I don't have anything to look at this genre. I don't need it.
Not a true romance connoisseur, I guess. But in this example, you can see the concept of bubble is very good.
Yes.
Do you have any other series that are underrated because they are in a quite competitive genre?
I would say I have killed slimes for 300 years. It's just a wholesome, not wholesome, a chilly isekai. Yeah, it's just a chilly isekai you can enjoy and dive into the world, have some fun with it. But not much people talk about it.
Those started rising in the last few years. Not in popularity, but in volume that they came out. We
Hmm.
have basically every season like one or two of the chill isekais.
Yes.
Chilling in another world with yada yada yada. Basically,
Mm-mm.
there are a lot of them.
Yeah, this is very oversaturated. But for me, I have killed slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level is an underrated gem.
You actually have a manga, right?
I collect the manga of it, yes.
Damn, rare that you collect a manga.
Hmm. I mean, it was the second one that I read.
Nice.
I mean, The Promised Neverland, I wouldn't say it's underrated or a hidden gem, but it doesn't get too much credit because it's actually a good show. Yeah, the manga is good, not the second season of the anime.
Connecting with that, I have also something similar on my list, where we have good manga, which have bad anime adaptations, and because of that, the name of the franchise is stained.
Hmm.
Promise Neverland for you. My favorite example is Rosario X Vampire.
Ah.
First season, we have classical, trashy shonen harem. Maybe because of that, the series is also underrated because the beginning is very generic. And then in season 2 of the manga, we have straight up one of the best battle shonens in terms of writing, action, comedy, romance, and fighting, and artwork. But you need to get through season 1, which is You have fun with it, but it's just a 7 out of 10. And
Hmm.
then you get to a 9.5 out of 10 in season 2. But the anime skipped season 2 and made more ecchi harem stuff.
I see.
That's why the manga is also forgotten, because the anime is bad. Any other horrendous adaptation who ruined the manga?
Ooh,
Or the reputation of the manga, let's say it like that.
ooh, ooh, uh, uh, Tokyo Ghoul, I would say.
Maybe, yes.
Hmm. I don't know what else currently. Hmm.
Exam.
Ah, true that.
I mean, in Tokyo Ghoul, you still have the fans, while Exam, nobody gives a shit about that. Its only legacy is that it's the worst anime.
No, it's not anymore.
It is.
Ah, okay. If you talk about anime, yes. If you talk about episodes, no. Yeah, this this is actually another bad adaptation too. One Punch Man, season 3.
Yes.
Like, bro, who just filter, neon filter, and that's it. Speed lines sometimes, but 80% of the episode filter and standing pictures.
Yes, and
Like
now
no
because of
movements.
that, if you want to inform yourself about One Punch Man in the current day, you don't find anything about the manga. That the manga is one of the best art styles because it's drawn by Yusuke Murata. No. You find the bashing of the anime.
Yes.
So on the one scale we have a 10 out of 10 artist who draws a manga, and on the other end we have a 1 out of 10 adaptation. And on the internet, hate and negativity spreads more, so you
Hmm.
will just will see that, not the actual goated artwork.
Yes.
Simple as that.
To be honest, I
Do
would
you
be,
have... Oh,
uh,
go on.
yeah, I would be quite pissed if I would be the author. Your work gets butchered online. Yeah, because of an animation studio.
Yes. You mentioned that shonen are beforehand. You mentioned that shonen are competitive beforehand. That's the right
Hmm.
order. Do you have any example for an underrated shonen?
I would say, um, I have to check if it's a shonen action. Nope, it's not a shonen.
You can
Uh,
still name a series if it's underrated.
then I will go with Summertime Render.
Ah, it's a horror series. Also an underrated genre, I would say.
I wouldn't say horror, I would say thriller, dark, yeah, dark, yeah. But it's very underrated and and really good hidden gem. Have you watched it?
Nope. I will buy the
Yeah.
manga at some point. I started reading the first few volumes, then saw that we are getting an English and nice edition. Thought about buying that, and well, we are still at that step.
I see.
But I know the setting. The setting sounds cool.
It is very cool. Oh, it is a shonen. Mystery, shonen, supernatural, suspense, time travel.
Yes, it's not a battle show, but from the demographic, it's a shonen.
Yes. But it's very underrated. If you haven't watched it, guys, you should definitely watch it. I really enjoyed it when I watched it. I think it was on Disney Plus.
That's another
Yeah.
great point. Streaming jail. Because of that, certain series can be underrated.
Yeah, true.
Because who watches anime on Disney?
Yeah, or who watches anime on High Dive?
Yes,
I mean, in Germany, we don't do that.
we don't have high dive.
Yes, or Paramount um, also has some anime, I think, nowadays.
They will if they buy Netflix.
We don't have Paramount here, bro. We don't care about Paramount Plus.
Yes. I mean, you can buy it on Amazon, but buying it is the key word.
Yeah, we just pirate, I guess.
In general, there are certain streaming sites or TV stations where watching anime is not the go-to.
Hmm.
A boomer example is in Germany, we didn't have a big three because Bleach was never airing on TV. We just had One Piece, Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Inuyasha, Captain Tsubasa,
Dragon
Pokemon,
Ball.
Dragon Ball, yes. But never Bleach.
Hmm.
At least not in my childhood.
I think in mine neither.
And so, because of that, Bleach is definitely the weakest of the big three in Germany.
Hmm.
Do you have another reason why a series can be underrated?
Hmm. To be honest, I think we thought about everything that made them underrated.
I have one point which will sound at first a bit contradicting, but it makes sense. When you have a series that gets overshadowed by itself, let me explain. When we have, let's talk about Gundam. The Gundam manga are underrated because they are goated, but when you think about Gundam, or hear the term Gundam, what do you think about? The anime or the Gundam figurines that you build? Not about manga. Same goes, for example, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, anime, but no one knows the manga basically, even though the manga is great.
Hmm. Pokemon, the same. I have like 5 volumes of Pokemon X and Y, but yeah, the games and anime and merch are more.
It's a card game. Nobody talks about
Yes,
Pokemon manga.
true. Yeah.
I would also say in general that manga are more underrated than anime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because anime are easier to promote because you can show clips, you have trailers. But in manga you can show panels, but it's not the same as showing an animation clip.
Mm.
For example, when you have a series, let's say, I mean, Chainsaw Man is a good example for good reading flow, but let's do something else. Let's use Arjun. Arjun has an insane reading flow when there's action. It's so smooth, but you can't see it when I just show you a few panels. For example, I showed you a volume of Arjun when we've worked together a few weeks ago, and you said you thought the art style was just okay.
Yes.
To judge this art style, you need to read it when there's action, how action flows together. Then you will see that the art style is really, really good. In a tier list, I would say A to A plus tier.
Okay.
But you can judge that just because you see simple panels.
Yeah, true.
But you can show manga panels, manga sites in the video because that's lame.
Mm.
Should I show a video where I flip through manga pages, through my manga, so that you can judge how the panels are connected?
Yes, yes.
That don't work.
Mm.
Do you have any other underrated recommendations?
I wrote down some. I wrote down The Detective is Already Dead because I enjoyed the show. I wrote down Skimichi.
With the
Skimichi,
detective,
what?
Tsuki, with the detective, there's also another thing. A series can become underrated when there's a long silence. I mean, we had to wait
Hmm.
quite a few years for season 2.
Yeah,
So, because of that, there's no discourse online.
season 2 will air soon, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Best case is No Game No Life. Nobody talks about it nowadays, besides memeing
Sad.
with fans.
Hmm.
But it's still in the most popular anime on my anime list.
Yeah.
So you see, that ranking is useless.
Hmm.
And that shows that popularity is just a picture of the current momentum, but will be potentially useless in 1 or 2 years. Now you can continue with your list.
Um, I have, yeah, as I said, Skimichi,
Mm. Power
the
fantasy,
Isekai.
another
Yeah,
power fantasy and isekai.
yeah.
We can put power fantasy to the competitive genres that we listed beforehand.
Hmm. Yeah, Skimichi is actually entertaining and good.
Yes, I
I
watched
gave
I
it,
watched the first season too.
I gave it an 8 or so, or 7. I don't know, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
I had fun with
7.5.
it. Yeah, I had fun with it. Yeah. Um, I have Vivi, I think.
With a singing android, right?
Yes.
It's Vivi, yes.
The ending had me brought tears in my eyes, actually.
The
I
production
mean,
value is also really good in this one.
yeah. Um, I haven't thought I would cry about a robot or an android. But yes, the overall story is about an android trying to feel emotions, basically.
I see a I see a pattern. What was the other show with a robot or android that you recommended me where you cried? What was it again? I've forgotten.
Plastic memories?
Yes.
True, true, true.
Nobody talks about that, by the way, as well.
I mean, it has over 1 million viewers, so I didn't include it here. I only took what was under 1 million members on my enemy list.
Those statistics are useless. Nowadays, barely nobody uses that.
Yeah, that's true.
Just the ratings. Those are people are using.
But I don't. Yeah, okay, I rate. Never mind. Um, yes, besides that, I have So I'm a Spider, so what? And hear me out. The anime was good until the last 2 episodes. I enjoyed it really, but the last 2 episodes were a freaking wreckhammer that brought its reputation down a lot.
I have not finished it, but I've watched some episodes. So,
I mean, yeah, it's like the isekai where you level up your abilities and then get stronger and fight stronger monsters and
but you
get
get
stronger.
reincarnated as something not normal, let's say it like that.
Yes, but still, I liked it that it was a spider and yeah.
So there's a pattern. Isekai and power fantasies. There you can find some hidden gems. I see, I see.
Mm. Obviously, if there's a big market, then there's obviously something hidden beneath the pile of trash.
Is
You
it?
just have to dig.
Especially when there's a lot of trash.
Yes, you have to dig down, but you will find something someday.
True that, true that.
Another isekai, which is Monster, which is basically so I'm a spider, so what in a goblin version.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still an entertaining show.
Nice. I
And
also have
then
I have I also have an isekai that is underrated. If you're
hmm,
staying with isekais, it's the New Gate. The manga is really good. I reread it last month. It's basically your power fantasy isekai, but it has a little spin. It's like Frieren. We are in New Game Plus, and our MC kinda stays forcibly in this world and needs to think about actually being a part in this world. Which is kinda rare because most people, when they get a world, they are like, yeah, I guess I'm in the world, I do main quest, boop. But integrating in a world is actually not that easy.
hmm,
But most isekai skip that. Plus, the characters are nice, the writing is, and the relationships with the former NPCs, which are now persons, are nice. So you should read it. It has also good artwork and good fighting. And
I get it.
there was actually a scene where I had many tears as well. Rare for an isekai.
Yeah, a friend, our colleague, um, talked about it once.
There's also an anime, but the anime is okay, I guess.
Let's see.
Now you can go on with your list.
Um, I have a romance,
Oh,
but it's like a comedy rom-com. Yeah, it's my senpai is annoying.
a teasing one, not a teasing slash annoying one. I see, I see.
Yes, I like this teasing. Yeah,
Yes, I know.
it's it's funny sometimes, and I enjoy it. I want to get teased too, so
This, let's call it genre, is also quite a bit of hard competition because of one certain show that is popular in this genre.
mm,
But this show is trash, and because of the series, the genre is not in a good light. Because you think, oh yes, it's just like that other Nagatoro trash.
Luckily, I didn't include Nagatoro-san.
Then I would have roasted you. That's underrated.
Yeah, and for my last one that I wrote down is a comedy, yeah, comedy anime. It's The Great Shahi-sama Will Not Be Defeated. And I had fun watching it. Don't hate me. It's solid. It entertained me. I had fun watching it. So yeah,
I've watched a few episodes. It was okay.
yeah, it was okay. It was nothing great or good, but it entertained me. It did its job, and there should be more people talking about it.
I have some underrated gems that I can talk about as well before we end this episode.
Mm,
One great one is a bugle call. It's a newer shonen, which is awesome. It's like reading a strategy game from your childhood because our MC is a bugle and he has magic abilities because he's a branched. Those are people who have basically like a devil fruit skill. And he can command with playing his bugle the troops. So he leads them like a strategy game. But on the other side, there are other branch who are like hero units in your childhood games. And he also has some hero units on his side. Like, for example, on the enemy army, there was a woman who had Brulé's ability from One Piece with Mirror Fruit. And this ability was used very creatively and scarily. Because moving an army from point A to point B or soldiers in a strategy game is scary when you can use teleportation. So, Bugle Call, Starunk. You will hear about it potentially in the in the year review episode. In the
Oh,
best new
okay.
series, potentially. Another one is Queen's Quality. It's a shoujo, but it's a shoujo for basically us shonen bros. Because it's an action series. There, our main group is, let's say, a cleanup crew. But they don't clean like houses or stuff, they clean up our minds. They go into our minds and fight our traumas that we have. And our traumas, they have monster format. They fight them with blades and swords. The artwork is sick, the story is cool. It also tells you a lot about mental health, why it's important. But nobody knows that. It has no anime. It's a shoujo, so nobody reads it. At least in my bubble. But Queen's Quality is really good. It's also on your manga recommendation list.
Oh,
Another great one where I don't hear people talking about is Trillion Game. I've talked about it in the podcast. It's from the Dr. Stone author. It's basically Dr. Stone, just with scams, with economics, and with informatic. So could be something for you as well as a PC guy.
mm,
And I think that should be enough for now. Those should be enough hidden gems. Then,
yeah, I guess.
oh, I have one last one, obviously. It's Akane
Okay.
Banashi. Talked about as well a lot in the podcast, but this is a series which is hard to sell, especially when you want to read the manga. Because it's about our main heroine, Akane, wants to learn Rakugo. What is Rakugo? Well, it's a form of, let's say, Japanese theater, where you as a person alone are playing the theater and making the voices, faces, telling jokes and stuff. And when you hear that, then you think yourself, okay, but why should I read that in manga form?
Mm.
But it's really good. It will be getting an anime next year. Probably will be as big as Oshinoko because the manga is good and the main heroine is very well written. So I hope you will watch it, especially as someone who studies Japanese.
Who
Because
knows?
you will maybe get a lot more out of it because you actually know the language.
Mm.
I'm learning it, but my skill level probably won't be high enough when the show airs.
I don't think so.
Yes. But I would say that show is probably the best definition of a hidden gem because it's so hard to recommend it to people. But it's good. It's really good. Also in your recommendation list under the label special. Because it basically has no genre as well. Because where would you put it? Slice of life? Sport because we have tournaments, competition and stuff? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
But now we are finished.
Okay.
What will we do next episode?
Um, you can choose between two things.
Ah ja.
I have thought about two things. The first one is a kind of challengey, quizzy, showy. Which is, can you guess the anime by its sounds. So basically, one of us plays a sound of a random anime, for example, um,
The One Piece Haki
if we,
sound.
yes, and then you have to guess, this is One Piece. This is the first one that you can choose, or um, we will talk about filler episodes. Um, Filler episodes, the which are better than the main plot.
So basically the One Piece G8 arc.
Yes.
Do we include in the sound quiz also voices or should it just be sounds?
I mean, a voice is also a sound, so voices is also fine.
Okay. Then I would probably go with a sound quiz.
Ah, okay. I thought you would
Because,
go for the other one.
yes, but my, my remembrance on filler episodes is quite blurry.
True that.
For example, I've watched the G8 One Piece one once as a, not child, but as in my youth. It was like 10, 15, no, 10, 15 years ago, probably. The
Yeah,
only
that's
thing I
quite a long time.
remember where Luffy is sneaking through a base and hiding behind some marines, which was actually funny.
Ah, yeah, yeah, I know exactly which scene.
There's also a meme from that where he makes a peace sound
Mm,
when he hides behind the marine. Not
yes.
peace sign, not sound.
Okay, so then for next week we will do some sound quiz.
Yes. Then
I hope you guys will stay tuned for that.
have a nice rest of your day.
And until then, have a good time.
Bye.
Bye.